know why I did, but like, why did you join Vertical Motion with Tom Cox? I'm just curious.
Yeah, it's funny. I was in Portland, Oregon for a conference and just sitting in my hotel room at one point, just kind of taking a minute to myself, doom scrolling through Instagram, whatever I was doing. And, I saw a Tom Cox, reel or whatever, they're called. So I saw one of his videos and it really spoke to me, when he's talking about, mid-career professionals, you kind of don't necessarily understand how to make that next step into becoming a leader, becoming an executive, whatever it may be that you're looking for. um, and I was like, man, this guy's just talking to me. So I really appreciate how Tom kind of handled things. So I think I followed him, and he maybe a day later, same day later, shot me a DM. It's like, hey man, thanks for the follow. What made you follow me? Kind of thing. Kind of asked a similar question.
Yeah.
Sent me a link and listened to that video. I walked kind of like along what I guess was a river, yeah, like the river there in Portland, and I listened to this video, and it really just kind of spoke to me because there I was, I'd served in the Marine Corps. I had developed this kind of hard-nosed leadership, and then over time, and like certainly as a dad, I'd started to kind of soften up, and I think develop the not soften up necessarily, but become more self-aware and lean more in on empathy and be more respectful of others and kind of recognize my own flaws. And then I also had this MBA now. I had this shiny new MBA, and so I felt like it was like, well, I can read a P&L and I understand what tech time is, and I understand ops and all this other stuff, and I've taken my HR classes, and so I had this wealth of knowledge, but I didn't necessarily know how to get where I was going, what to do with it. It was like, as an aircraft mechanic and a pilot, it's like knowing how to fly the plane, knowing how to work on the plane, but not knowing how to get on the flight line, right? Like I was like, how do I get there to actually do what I know I can do? And so I think that's kind of what did it for me.